YouTubers! Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for joining me. Sky-high housing costs have renters considering exodus from GTA, study shows. So why is rent going up in the GTA in the Greater Toronto area? When I was there, rents were going up. When I went to visit about 6 months or 4 months ago, rents were going up considerably high, fast. And now there's articles all over the place that here, I'll show you. When's the worst time to find a rental in Toronto? Right now. Rentals are so expensive. It's not that they're not available. They are available. Sky-high housing costs have renters considering exodus from GTA, study shows. Toronto renters who hope to one day buy a home are contemplating leaving the city in droves based on increasingly unaffordable real estate market. According to the new study, more than half of renters living in the Greater Toronto Area, some 59%, are seriously considering moving from the region because there is no chance of affordability, the kind of home or condominium that will allow them to live comfortably or raise a family. An Angus Reid Institute study shows that the sentiment is shared by 38% of owners, as well as the study shows. They want to put down roots. That's what I've been saying, guys. But it is a serious thought, and they might want to leave the region, said David Curran. I can't pronounce that. Research associated with Angus Reid. The level of potential migration should be concerning for people who want to set policy, he said. Most people living in the GTA, including homeowners, want the provincial government to help improve affordability, with 75% of Toronto residents surveyed voicing support for few and multifaceted policies to control the overheated housing market, position shared by 64% of the people surveyed, the study shows. Angus Reid surveyed 831 people across the GTA, and of that group, 473 identified as homeowners, living in both condos as detached houses. 253 said they rented, 97 lived with their parents, and 8 said that they did not own or rent. Interesting. The high cost of housing was identified by 54% of the people surveyed as the top concern for the region, up 36% from Angus Reid study conducted in 2015. The results show in 2015, transit was identified as the key concern. Among renters surveyed, more than 65% lived in apartments, with the rest split between detached homes and townhouses, condos. About 38% had an annual household income less than $50,000, with 35% reporting that between $50,000 and $100,000, 10% bringing in $25,000 to $35,000, and 17% bringing in less than $25,000, said Kurowski. In Toronto, the detached home cost an average of $1.35 million, according to the July 2018 Market Watch report with Toronto Real Estate Board. In Peel Region, the price was about $911,000, with homes in Mississauga selling for more than $1 million. In 2018, the average market rent for a one-bedroom was $1,202 a month for purpose-built rentals and not condos. According to Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation, that average figure only accounts for rented units, and once apartments in Ontario are vacant, landlords can change whatever they want. So guys, I wanted to throw this out there. There is a mass exodus, and let me tell you what's happening. People are buying in Prince Edward Island right now. 1 out of 5 units being sold are someone from the GTA. So a lot of people are actually going back to their homeland, or people that moved to Toronto for the better life and the lights and the sound and all the excitement of the city. And a lot of people are starting to realize that it's not worth flipping the bill. It's not worth it. They're not flipping the bill for somebody else's mortgage, paying off someone's mortgage. But this is my channel here, guys. Now I want to show this to you guys if you have a second here. It's called this one, the Starting a Home Business. Hold on, Game Store Business from Scratch, Living the Dream. This is my story about how I left the city of Vancouver, packed, and there's me talking. There's the views from my house. That's the house I bought for $260. There's all the other stuff here, the upgrades, all like I don't know, like 10 bedrooms in the house, 11 bedrooms, and all the work I did, and I paid next to nothing. I left the city of Vancouver 2.5 hours away from the city, 3 hours, depending on how you drive, from the main city. And I decided that I was done with it. You know, they were going to raise my rent to almost $3,000. So I took the money I saved for a down payment in a house in Vancouver, like a big down payment. I was going to put down like 50%. But like, am I going to pay like $1.4 million for a house that's realistically worth $150,000 in Houston? So I said to myself, yeah, I got to think outside the box, right? Because the same house in Winnipeg is like $90,000. So I got to think outside the box. So I found marriage to the town I'm in. And I now I'm living my dream. I laid roots. I'm having a family. I held back. I'm 40. I have kids now at 40 because I just couldn't get it. I couldn't make headway in Vancouver. The cost of living was too expensive. The cost of operating was too expensive. The cost of everything. And they're going to raise my rent to almost $3,000 where I was living. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take this down payment and buy something free and clear. And that's what I did. And I'm living the dream now. You know, enormous amounts of disposable income. The good life, you know, free, do what I want, open my business, my little side business here, and just do this. I'm here, hanging out all day. That's all I do. I make videos for you guys. I'm doing what I want, living the dream. Let me know what you guys think. Mass exodus to Toronto. It's happening in California. Look how many people left California and they're living now in Nevada, and prices of homes in Nevada are going up. Look how many people left California and they moved to Seattle and Washington State, King County. Look what's happening there. Follow me on Trends in the Housing Market, and you guys can see a better insight of all English-speaking countries, how they're being affected by their free markets, have pretty much bought out their futures, their kids' futures, and grandkids' futures. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Mike Martin's here.